Yo, what's up? This is Jay Dennis with Talking NuMetal, and today I'm going to talk about Korn's first album. With their new album, Serenity is Suffering, coming out here shortly, I'm going to actually talk about all the Korn albums, all different videos, and then I'm going to talk about Serenity is Suffering after I've had some time to listen to it and develop a more concrete opinion. But of the 4 tracks that have already came out, I'm excited for it. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about Korn's first album. So I'm going to start with asking, are you ready? I got Parks and Rec playing in the background. What's good? Anyway, let's see. It's 2016. I'm 25 now. I got into this album just about 10 years ago when I was in high school. I've been in the nu metal since I was a kid, but I haven't really been into Korn since I was 15. It's when I really got into them. I got into them with Untouchables and all that good stuff. And again, for another video, don't you just love how I'm kind of just winging this video and doing my process out loud? It makes for a quality channel. I got this album. It was probably the 3rd or 4th album that I got from Korn while I was getting into them. A big highlight with this album is that when they toured it for their 20-year anniversary, even though it was technically 21 years, I saw them live. I saw them play this whole album live with their almost original lineup, because Head came back, but David Silveira was not there, but that's fine. Ray is the shit, and he plays just as good, if not a little better. No hate on David Silveira's playing, though. His playing did wonders to make this album and Life is Peachy really heavy and really raw, all those fills and everything. And of course, I also saw them live back in 2007, and they were touring the Untitled album. They played Faggots, which is on this album, and in front of like thousands of people, he's just like, "You can suck my dick and fucking like it." You weren't supposed to see my nips, I'm sorry. This video just got really weird. But you know what? This is a weird album. He talks about a lot of intense stuff. Daddy talks about molestation. Where would I rank this album throughout their, what are they, on their 13th or their 14th album? Wait, hold up. I gotta do this on video now. Korn, Life is Peachy, Follow the Leader, Issues, Untouchables, Take a Look in the Mirror, See You on the Other Side, Untitled, not going to count their dubstep album, Path of Totality, Korn 3, Paradigm Shift. So Serenity is Suffering would be their 11th album. Why did I do that again? Why did I go through all their albums? Oh, where would I rank this album throughout their 11 albums? Somewhere towards the middle top. So maybe like their 4th or their 5th best album of all their albums. But it's tough. It's really hard to pick Korn's best album. But yeah, this album came out in 1994. It was essentially the birth of mainstream nu metal. Even though nu metal hit it big in the late 90s, early 2000s, especially with Korn's 3rd album, Follow the Leader, this was the birth of the gods that really made it, because Korn made Limp Bizkit, or they helped Limp Bizkit become as big as they did. And Deftones, as far as I know, they kind of did it on their own. Came out around the same time, but this is essentially the birth of nu metal. And Adidas. My favorite tracks off this album are probably Need To, Faggot, Predictable, And a track that I've really enjoyed lately is Helmet in the Bush. I used to think that was like, every Korn album seems to have like a weird song that doesn't make sense, that doesn't really flow with the rest of the album, but I'm actually a really huge fan of Helmet in the Bush. From start to finish, this is a very solid album, no weak tracks. The only track that I might find remotely weak, and which is weird because it's a single, is Chutes and Ladders. And it's just because he's singing nursery rhymes. But that's basically the story of Korn's first album, my personal story. It was probably the third or fourth Korn album that I got into while I was getting into them. I've always liked it. I thought it was their heaviest, most raw album. Well, I don't know about their heaviest. I think Life is Peachy might be a little heavier. But it's definitely their most raw album. They didn't really fall into the sound of the evil, like, atmosphere, ambiance. They didn't really have a lot of that. It was mostly just raw guitars, vocals, drums. But they got into the more evil, dissonant sounds in later albums, synths, pianos, all that other stuff. That would be more polished in the future. If you want to get into Korn, I would recommend starting with like Untouchables or Issues, but cannot have a Korn collection without their first self-titled album. Can't have a NuMetal collection without their first self-titled album. Amazing album. I put it towards like the middle top of their all-time albums. I'm Jay Dennis, and this was Talking NuMetal.
Yeah, round two, we're gonna something like